ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see. Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Past the 20. Caught by Nelson left side. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
They're moving the ball through the air pretty well on this opening drive, and to me it was evident that they were set on doing exactly that here to get this game started. And their belief and determination is certainly paying off.
They'll give it to Mixon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
That pass was into the end zone, but it was tipped up in the air, and that leads to a few anxious moments. Who's going to come up with it? Defenders want that ball knocked to the ground at the worst, hopefully intercepted. In this case, you've given the chance for the offense to come by and pick it up, but instead, it ends up on the ground.
They'll roll him out right, and he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 30. Is that it? 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I don't think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now Burrow on first down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Cincinnati.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
First down.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1-yard line.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zahn.
He's got a man complete.
How you like me now?
The 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. for as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Burrow will throw. Throw left side complete. That's Davidson. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and it'll be 3rd down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davidson. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Nelson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken from just outside the 30. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A run there with Cook not going to be successful as he'll lose a couple of yards on 1st down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Operating from the gun, Hayes. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Now, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On third down, Burrow. Going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Danielle Hunter in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw on third down. Hayes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Burrow looking to pass. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Mecole Hardman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. taken about 7 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw on second down, Hayes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Hayes. This one brought in by Jefferson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Hayes. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Operating from the gun, Hayes. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Chase Claypool in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Slide for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Vikings 24, Bengals.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's out right at the 25. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Throwing on first down. Hayes. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Right, everyone gets...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
They're on 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On second down, here's Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
They'll go for it. Burrow. It's caught. Nelson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
Get off the field.
And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. They're passing here. Joe Burrow toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Vikings 31, Bengals 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Tackled by Christian Fulton.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hayes into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, fighting off the defender. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
From the gun, Hayes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get...
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Vikings 31, Bengals 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
And this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
Intercepted by the...
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backup.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 13. And they will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Taken in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. Flushed out right.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
35 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing again. Hayes. Trying to improvise. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Vikings 38. Bengals.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
He's going to take off with it. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Burrow on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st.
1st down, Cincinnati.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And Nelson's got it here right side. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. This is Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still doctor.
On 1st and 10, Hayes flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Boy, Dalvin Cook just so explosive in the open field. He's not a small guy either, but once he gets those legs churning,
pressure right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Good.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Burrow. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run with Mixon. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
And a Bengal first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The gun, it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Second down, Burrow. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Trying a little razzle-dazzle on third and short. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down. Running for it, here's Cook.
They are not ready for us.
He'll have a first. Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown.
Joey Sly lining up.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And this carries into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 19. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. at their own 23-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.